So, the question we have to answer today is, with the release of Respawn's Apex Legends Battle Royale, has Call of Duty's Blackout Battle Royale met the game that is going to give it a run for its money? And I think the answer is definitely yes. And I think that Apex Legends is going to force Call of Duty to release the Blackout Battle Royale mode. I think it's going to have to release it for free. I really do. Now, both these games are first person perspective. Apex Legends definitely is more cartoony than Call of Duty's Blackout. Blackout is based in the Black Ops world. You know, it's a little bit serious, Reznov the numbers and all this sort of thing. Where you could say that Apex Legends is a little bit more on the Fortnite or the Overwatch kind of scale of seriousness in terms of story and gameplay. But what you can't deny is that both games have similar gunplay mechanics, and they look a little bit similar as well, don't they, with the colour palettes and everything that's been used. In fact, I would probably go as far to say that Apex Legends is Black Ops 3's Battle Royale. Yeah, because remember in Black Ops 3, we had the robot running around, didn't we? We had, in the multiplayer, all these different characters that had different cybernetic, mainly, abilities. And that's kind of similar to the characters or the legends that you get in Apex Legends. In fact, there's a robot, there's a lady who can teleport from place to place, there's a medic, there's a guy who, when he gets his gun out, has a shield on, all that sort of thing. So that's very interesting indeed. Now, Blackout's map is definitely a bit bigger and definitely more open than Apex Legends, but after playing several hours of Apex Legends, the gunplay is very similar, and especially the way that both games use a sort of shield. And I'm kind of wondering that Fortnite uses shields, doesn't it? Blackout uses shields, and Apex Legends uses shields or body armor, and they kind of all have this problem. In fact, it's very difficult to balance it, and it makes enemies into kind of bullet sponges, and they feel very much like that. If you come up against someone with armor in Apex Legends, you'll be battering them with a submachine gun, and they're not dying. You really need like an LMG or a sniper rifle to really knock them down. And if you've played Blackout at all, you'll know that that's definitely the case. You get in these protracted gunfights where it's bap, 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 and you're just kind of knocking their armor off. Now, if you're watching this video thinking, well, should I try Apex Legends? Well, I mean, the first thing, it's free to play. So just download it, give it a go, play a few games, and you'll decide, whether it has a place in your gaming library. And I know with everybody these days, it's not necessarily a case of money or cost. It's a case of time, isn't it? What game you're going to be spending the most time with. And I found Apex Legends, as fun as playing Call of Duty's Blackout, and as frustrating as playing Call of Duty's Blackout as well. You know me from my videos, I'm more of a PUBG fan. I kind of more on the side of the more realistic Battle Royales. And although I enjoy the early game of Blackout and Apex Legends as well, the later gunfight I'm not that big a fan of. I don't like the fact that you've got to black people for so long to get rid of their armor, and there's a heavy reliance on gadgets and using the Legends sort of special abilities to get an advantage. Where in PUBG it's really mano a mano, it's just grenades and machine guns against each other. But don't let my opinion put you off. As I said, I still found this a fun game to play. It runs incredibly well. It runs as good as Blackout, and this is on an original PlayStation. It does have some very good improvements as well to the Battle Royale genre. Where you've got this ping system that's very clever indeed, where you can... the game recognises the fact that you might be playing with randoms who don't speak the same language as you, or might not have a mic, and depending on what you do with the ping or the pointer button, you can say, look, let's go over here, or there's enemies over here, or there's guns over here, or there's ammos over here. And that's really good, and I think all the Battle Royales should pick up on that and use that mechanic as well, because it's fantastic to be able to say to someone, without talking over mic, I think enemies have been here. You know, that's really, really cool. But as you can see from the video, the point of view of both games is similar. And the resolution is very similar as well, and they're both, you know, fun battle royales that you should definitely check out and should definitely have a go at. But as I said at the beginning of the video, I think the quality of Apex Legends, this extra competition that has entered the battle royale space, will force Activision to really look at Call of Duty and look at the Blackout mode and think, well, we need to sell this very cheaply as a standalone mode because people love battle royale, or we need to give it away for free. You know, we're going to have to do something for everybody who spent £60 or $60 to buy this game. You know, back in November, or was it October? It was October, I think, wasn't it? You know, maybe we're going to give them some free loot boxes or something like that. But you know, this is very good indeed for a free game, and it's definitely not. The developers have definitely said it's not free. It's not pay to win. You know, all the things that you'll be picking up, all the things that you can buy are cosmetics. So overall, yeah, I've been pretty impressed. But as I say, I've enjoyed and been frustrated by Apex Legends, probably in similar quantities, in similar ratios that I have with Call of Duty's Blackout. Now, one final thing I would say, though, is if you're watching this video thinking, is this Titanfall Battle Royale? Although it's using the Titanfall engine, it isn't really, because there's no Titans, and it's not as serious as Titanfall. And I would have really liked to see, you know, the ability to call in a Titan at some point and have Titan battles in the Battle Royale. I'm not dead sure how it would work, because Titans obviously would be very OP, but I'm sure there would be some way to do it. Anyway, I'll leave that with you. Apex Legends, lots of fun to play. It's going to give Blackout a run for its money. It's free, download it, give it a go. Tell me what you think in the comments down below. Enjoy it, great. If you've enjoyed this video, hit like. If you want to see more of the same, press subscribe. Thank you very, very much for watching, and I will see you again soon.